Hey guys, Simply Citric here. Back on another topic here that I thought about talking about because seeing in like group chats and social media and all this other stuff about the Ella nerfs, like the repeated Ella nerfs, and I wanted to talk about those a little bit because I feel like people are like reacting in such like a bad way to it, and it's like I guess I understand why you're doing you're like people react the way they do to it, but from like you have to understand the point they're nerfing Ella is because she is used almost she's got like a high pick rate. And the point of this game is that they want it balanced. They want every operator, to be useful and have, like a balanced pick rate. So like you can go into any situation using any of the other operators, and they're all useful. And people are like, being getting all upset about them nerfing Ella again and coming up with these, and like I keep seeing like stuff about Ella and these like exaggerated nerfs that people are making up because they're nerfing Ella again. So people are like exaggerating these things, like, oh, she's becoming a 2-speed, and all this stuff, right? And I don't know the full details on it. I haven't done too much research into what they're nerfing on Ella, though I believe, and I'm not exactly sure, but I believe it's like a smaller magazine again, or something like that, something along those lines, and taking away her impacts or something. But all again, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't really done my full research on this. But I just wanted to hit a couple things on it. Coming from the standpoint of the developers and like how they've said it. Like they've said it before that the reason they're doing this is not because she's overpowered, but because she's overpicked. And like yeah, she is a strong character. She's one of the strongest roamers in my opinion, up there with Cav. Because like I read somewhere how she's designed to be able to fight multiple attackers at once, which is hence the high rate of fire, high magazine capacity, and including the goo mines, like her goo mines. Those things are like a pain in the ass. Like they're so annoying, honestly, because like in my opinion, I kind of do agree with the nerfing her thing, nerfing her goo mines. Because like it basically puts most people in a state of, well, I'm fucked, there's not much I can do. Like it's kind of like something I would get angry at in Call of Duty, which was the shell shock. And for people who don't know what shell shock is, in the video game, that's when an explosion goes off near you and your screen gets all blurry and you become slow moving. Like you literally don't turn very fast at all, and it's hard to see and hear. Like it makes your ears ring. Not actually make your ears ring, but give you the sound that the character that you're playing as in the game ears are ringing, and it puts you at just like this great disadvantage of, holy shit, I can barely move or fight back. But it's like I guess I can understand that explosions would give someone shell shock and shock them to the point of not being able to move move efficiently and be able to see all straight until it like wears off. And I kind of feel that way with the goo mines. I feel like yeah, they're strong, like they're meant to slow down the attackers, but I feel like some of the stuff, because I did read some things about how I think you're going to be able to sprint still when you get hit by a goo mine, which I kind of agree with, because it's like it's still a pain in the ass to immediately go from sprinting to not move, like to just walking. And like as a thinking about a goo mine, it's a concussive thing, so it would concuss you, but I don't think it would slow you down. It's not it's not like a thing to keep you from moving. It's a thing to disorient your state of mind and your and not just your state of mind, but like how you see it, how you hear, and how you feel. It doesn't. It's not something that like targets the legs and stops you from moving, kind of like barbed wire or something like that. But with that, it's just like, and I lost my train of thought. So, moving on from the goo mines. Um, some of the other stuff I had read, something about like her impacts being taken away. I kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like they shouldn't take it away because it's one of those like she's kind of needs it as a roamer. But I guess at the same time I do understand um because Jaeger also has a shield and he's used kind of like a roamer heavily sometimes, most times actually. And even though he has a shield, he people still utilize him. It's just like he doesn't have those impacts to make it so he can get around faster, right? So I guess I can see how it makes sense and it's understandable that they're taking her impacts away, and I understand why people don't like that. They're like, why are you doing this? Why do you take your impacts away? And again, it's another thing of they want to bring down her pick rate because she's picked so often. And I've seen this like in almost every match I've played. Someone is playing Ella. She is almost picked like every single time, just because of how good her stuff is. And like she's a great operator. She's one of like the best operators for roaming and just overall goodness and whatnot. And so from the standpoint of the developers nerfing her, it's not like they're nerfing her to the ground in the way they kind of did in Blackbeard, where his shield is almost like paper mache. Like that thing takes like 3 bullets and it's gone. But I can kind of understand in the realistic form of that is that it's a clear like ballistic plastic. It's not like steel. It's not meant to take like hundreds of bullets. It's only meant to give you that quick chance of reacting faster to someone shooting at you and protect your head for a few seconds while it's gone. So, okay, other shield. So, with all this stuff, the people being angry, I can understand why they're angry. It's just I wish they would realize. I wish people would kind of just come to the understanding of why they're doing this and understand the reason why they're doing it. But people understand why and are still angry about it. And there's nothing you can really do about that because someone's going to be mad about something they do in a game, then they're going to be mad about it, whether they understand it or not. And even if they do come to the understanding of it, sometimes people like, I get it, I understand why they did it, but I hate it. I hate that they did it. And it's just some people that are just like salty like that. It's just how the world works. Everyone's salty, everyone's angry. There's all kinds of things going on these days. Anyways, that's my point of view on this whole Ella situation, on the Ella nerfs and all that stuff. On the other hand, extremely excited for Operation Chimera. Also, if you guys like these kind of videos where I kind of just have gameplay in the background and I talk about a subject or something, and a comment, and in the comments, let me know if there's any type of topics you want me to talk about, whether it be Siege, any other game. I'll talk about pretty much anything as long as I, have the game and whatnot. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is Simply Citric, and I'm out.